This is Unit 1, Week 1, Question 8. Look at this. Naked teacher. Well, okay, without a tie. Anyways, what happened to Spain's empire in America, and what did Spain rely on the Americas for? Gold, 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 and more gold. What did they use the money for? Apparently not teaching their students to spell on their slide, but that's a different story. What they used the money for? They bought luxury goods. They bought favor with neighboring empires. What they didn't do is build any infrastructure. They didn't diversify. Just like Venezuela got rich with all the oil it had, people were flying to Miami for the weekend. The price of oil crashed in the early 80s. Venezuela suddenly was a poor country again because they never took all that profit from their oil and invested in other industries. Now oil's back up, so Venezuelans are in power again. But Spain never built roads. They built luxurious palaces for their monarchs. They thought the supply of gold was endless. So when the conquistadors, Pizarro, Cortez, who'd gone off and conquered various civilizations in the Americas, loaded all the gold back, when the gold stopped coming, Spain's power kind of dwindled. And simultaneously, as that was happening, the 16th century, 1500s, huge Spanish power in the Americas. But a growing new little nascent island thug is getting in Spain's way, and that's England. England actually fights a naval battle against Spain. It's called the Spanish Armada. Why? Because it's a giant flotilla, which is not a floating tortilla. A flotilla is a whole bunch of groups of boats. Spanish Navy goes up to defeat England. They get trapped in the small English Channel. England doesn't have big, huge naval boats. They have little tiny ones. Proved to be more navigable. Anyways, the Spanish Navy's defeated. Symbolically, that's kind of the transition time to the rise of England and its power and presence in the Americas, and that of Spain. Incidentally, that's also how potatoes arrive in Ireland. Part of the Spanish Armada goes up around the top of the island of Britain, crashes into the island of Ireland, and part of the cargo on some of these ships are potatoes. And that's thought by many as one way that potatoes made their way into Ireland. Because, of course, under the Columbian Exchange, potatoes originally came from the New World. Anyways, Spain's power begins to draw down as England's power rises, and the 17th century, the 1600s, are really going to be the era of England, certainly in North America. And since this is a U.S. history class, we're focusing more on North America, not to be just ethnocentric, but because, well, my class is called U.S. history. Spain does, of course, have a lingering power considerably and influence culturally on the Caribbean, Central and South America. You've been there, they all speak, Spanish. Anyways, that's all. Thanks.